Greetings, dear colleagues and participants of the conference. Let me introduce myself. I am Ruslana Romaniuk, PhD in biology, docent, dean of the Faculty of Natural Sciences of Zhytomyr Ivan Franko State University. And the topic of my report is the essence and mechanisms of environmental competence formation in the student of natural science department. And let me introduce my co-authors from Zhytomyr Ivan Franko State University, Professor Olena Antonova, and senior lecturer Oksana Sorochynska. From National Pedagogical Dragomanov University, Associate Professor Olga Tsurul, and from Kherson State University, Professor Marina Sidorovich. Why is our topic important? An important task today is the formation of ecological competence, environmental culture, and environmental worldview of all segments of the population. In our opinion, the issue of formation of ecological competence of specialties of water quality analysis, forestry, agriculture, mining industry, and especially urgent. Nevertheless, specialists of chemistry, biology, geography, ecology, as well as teachers of natural science should be also covered, for the state of the environment will largely depend on the level of their ecological competence. The main concept of our study is environmental competence. What is environmental competence? You can see on the slide. Summarizing of different scientific views and personal experience of training students on natural specialties, we note that the formation of environmental competence is carried out during realization of ecological education, organization of extracurricular eco-directed work, use of interactive technologies, innovative method and form of organization of the educational process. The aim of our articles is to analyze the mechanisms of formation the ecological competence of bachelors of natural specialties, including future chemists, biologists, ecologists, as well as teachers of natural specialties in the educational environment of the university. The materials of the article was the curricular and educational programs for the training of specialists of the first bachelor's level of higher education of 3 universities of Ukraine. Also, we conducted a survey of more than 200 teachers of natural science and 400 students of Faculty of Natural Science. We analyzed the standards of higher education in accordance the provision of the formation of general and special competencies on environmental orientation in students. Also, we analyzed program learning outcomes that contribute the sustainable development of society and understanding of the relationship between man and environment. The results are presented on the slide. In the draft standard of higher education in the field of knowledge educational pedagogy, specialty secondary education, by subjects specialization is very few competencies and program learning outcomes. They are presented on the slide. After conducted the analysis bachelor's degree education programs and curricula of various higher education institutions, we confirm low and medium percentage of environmental educational components of their composition. The results are presented on the slide. An important component of students' training is practice and internship. We believe that they play a leading role in shaping the environmental competence. of future biologists, chemists, ecologists, and teachers of natural science. Educational out of laboratory in the fields practices of biological, ecological, geographical direction can be considered one of the most effective forms of the ecological education of students for the ensure the formation of cultures in nature, behavioral in natural ecosystems, a responsible attitude to nature, including emotional perception and rethinking the origins of objects and phenomena of the environment. The means and ways of organization of different types of educational practices, for example, of our university are presented on follow slides. Involvement of students of natural specialties in research, environmental and ecological naturalistic work during extracurricular activities plays an important role in the formation of their environmental competence. Thus, this is a characteristic feature of modern education in Europe. Students' participation in ecological forum, projects, and flash mobs proved to be quite effective ecologically oriented extracurricular work. For example, the program of the course training of future biology teachers for extracurricular ecological and naturalistic work with primary school students provided for the introduction of traditional and innovative form methods and organizing ecological and naturalistic work into the educational process in order to improve the quality of formation, the ecological competence of students. The formation of students' environmental competence with the authors program by Oksana Sorochynska was carried out of the basic of the development model of preparation for educational and naturalistic work. Identification the level of environmental competence of students was carried out according for criteria, motivational target, cognitive, practical, personal reflexive, which correspond to its structure. The generalization of the result of the experiment was conducted using the method of score scales, which allowed to calculate the level of formation of environmental competence of student and dynamics of change presented on the slides. And conclusions. Our research indicated that the need to implement the concept of sustainable development highlights the issues of formation of ecological competence in students of natural science with the educational environment of the university. An analysis of the ecological education component of training students natural sciences confirms the following. The highest level of manifestation of eco-directive components is detected in the program of future bachelors of ecology. The medium level is detected in the educational training program of future biologists, specialists in the field of earth science, teachers of geography and biology. And the lowest level is present in educational training programs for chemists and future chemistry teachers. The leading role in the formation of environmental competence of students of natural specialties is played by interactive practice-oriented forms and methods of teaching. The positive impact of the level environmental competence development of students of natural specialties ensures their involvement in research work, as well as active participation in environmental and ecological naturalistic activities in extracurricular time. Finally, the following fields are considered the most perspective for our future research. And thank you for attention, dear colleagues.